And with us this evening, we have Erik Mauck. Right here, please come down, have a seat. Emily? All right. And I see Megan Hagins is here as well. Thank you for coming. Do a little Q&A. Also, Emily's film, please sit down. Pathogen is here, and you can buy a copy. She will be autographing copies for you, and please do so. First off, why zombies?
You know, I was really scared of everything, pretty much. Even things like Halloween, just being an only child, having a really vivid imagination. And then I saw this really silly zombie movie, which you saw a clip of in the movie. There's zombie fish, and you know, it's just really crazy. And
Is that Undead?
Undead, yeah. Sorry. And it just kind of made me not scared anymore of horror films, and it just looked like a lot of fun. It was fun to watch the movie, so I thought, oh, it'd be fun to make a movie like that. I didn't know how much would go into that, but yeah, so that's why zombies.
Well, the next part is that your favorite zombie movie, or do you have another that is like your all-time favorite zombie?
Oh gosh, I like a lot of zombie movies. I mean, that was the first one that I saw, so it definitely has a special place in my geek heart. And I guess Night of the Living Dead, the original, another favorite.
George Romero.
Yeah, George Romero's.
What do you think, or have you seen Peter Jackson's Dead Alive?
Yes, I love it. Yeah.
And Bad Taste.
Yeah. No, I love his early movies, especially Dead Alive. Very silly. You know, I like the silly, cheesy horror movies.
And a quick question for Erik. What was it like filming a documentary of someone else making a movie? I mean, that's your feature film. That's really unique in and of itself, in terms of filmmaking.
Yeah, it was unique in the sense that, everyone was so young, and we had, the whole reason we met her is because we had been covering films in Austin. So we really sort of had a lot of experience doing that, so in a way it was very comfortable. But yeah, obviously the situation of kids and zombies and all that kind of thing, it was a very unique situation, so.
Yeah, certainly. Okay, let's open it up to the audience for some questions.
What type of music did you use in your own army?
There was a local band, one of the actresses' boyfriend's sister, friend of a friend of a friend, and they had a really cool band called Q, and I think they're still together. I bought one of their CDs recently. So I used a few of their songs. I used some other local artists. I live in Austin, so it's about 6 hours from here. But yeah, there's local artists for the horror film.
Okay, thank you.
Actually, I'm gonna seem like a slacker now. I finished filming it, not this past summer, but the summer before that. And then this past summer, I finished editing it. And then now I'm trying to get it into festivals. I didn't really do much with the festival circuit in Pathogen. It just screened in a couple places, but then that was it. We just sold it. So it's really new to me to do festival stuff. So yeah, it's done, just hasn't shown anywhere. So.
Do you have any other creative outlets, and if so, how does directing movies compare with those?
Well, as you can see in the movie, I kind of suck at guitars. That's not one of them. I like doing some other things, like I made jewelry for a while. I mean, just kind of these random creative things kind of come up, and they're fun to do, but really I just watch a lot of movies, and I make a lot of movies, and I just mainly focus on that. But I try to be well-rounded and do other things too. I'm just not very good at sports or music. I don't know.
Matt.
I'm just curious, how many jobs is your mother credited on?
I know makeup and special effects were the big ones, boom operator, chauffeur.
She helped you in editing?
Editing, producer. I don't know, 10 million is the actual number.
Was
there ever a time where you were like, oh man, this is it, it's over?
Well, I mean, kind of like what we were talking about before, to me, my main interest was the relationships, was the people. And her making the movie was, it was kind of what strung us along, but the fact that her and Megan had such an interesting relationship, and even with Jerry, like, they're both just so open, and it was really unique to me that I always knew that would, for me at least, that would be the focus of the documentary. So whether or not, that would be a huge, aspect of the movie if she hadn't finished it, but it wasn't, me thinking that she wouldn't finish it wasn't anything that discouraged me from continuing to shoot.
Obviously, yeah. This new production that you just did you get outsiders just wanting to help you now because of the first project, because of Pathogen?
Well, having Pathogen really did help me in a lot of ways. Like, people knew I was really serious about making the next one and that it was going to get done and all that good stuff. The crew actually was 90% under 18, but it like the main crew positions from like camera, lighting, sound, all those things. And that's not like as a gimmick, they were just the kids I met. They were like, yeah, I really want to do sound. And they read the books and they studied and they really put a lot of hard work into it. And technically, the retelling is a ghost story. It's a lot better than Pathogen. And, but other than that, yeah, I did get more help having Pathogen under my belt. And now I'm even thinking, okay, now that I have 2, I want to just do another one, just more and more.
Is the equipment getting any better?
Yeah, I'm learning so much about equipment because Pathogen, obviously, we had a paint roller and boom boom. Definitely, sound was a big priority on the second one, and still, that even had some problems. Always perfecting, I never think that I've learned all there is to learn, especially I'm 16, of course I don't think that, but.
Erik, what's something that maybe you learned from making a documentary about somebody who was making their first film at the age of 11 or 12?
People always ask me about a filmmaker covering a filmmaker. And it's really weird to kind of describe it because, basically Justin, I shot it with Justin Johnson, and there were very few times when we were both there. It was usually one or the other. And so every job we had to do one person. So if you're a filmmaker, you know that can get a lot of things going in your head. So it's strange to. I don't want to say that I didn't learn anything, but at the same time, it was like it was always trying to get what I needed to get. Like I didn't have time to think about stuff. It was just like we were constantly on the move. We were constantly going. I think that when you make movies, you learn things, and you kind of just don't really know you're learning them. You just like start piling on experience, and you start becoming, you get more depth as a filmmaker. So that's sort of the way I look at it. I don't know if I can, pull out specific things. It was my first feature-length documentary. I'm sure I did learn a lot of things about sound and lighting and this and that, but at the time it was just frame it right, get it in focus, make sure this sound is strong, and move on to the next scene. I'm sorry, I don't have anything deeper than that to talk about.
How did you feel, Emily? Okay, you're making a film, and yet there's a camera on you at all times also about making the film. Did at times seem intrusive, or was it just, you didn't even think about it anymore?
I think as a teenager, you kind of already feel like people are watching you and stuff, like you're really self-conscious of yourself. And so I guess having the camera reassured that for me, like there is somebody watching me, it's right there all the time. But it wasn't, I knew the guys and they were very nice, and I was very sure that the documentary wouldn't make me look like a, evil kid or anything like that. So
It doesn't.
yeah. Oh, thank you. But
It's awesome.
But yeah. So I didn't really feel. I don't think I was too much more nervous than any other 12-year-old in front of a camera. You just, you're nervous and you're goofy, and in my case, I'm really dorky, so it's in there too.
Okay, once again, thank you, Erik and Emily. Pathogen is on sale.